Hey Jesper,
Hey,
how are you?
um, good. Excited for Friday.
Fantastic, fantastic.
Yeah.
So, how was the day so far, Jesper?
A lot to do at work. I just uh, ended my work in about 30 minutes ago,
Great, great, great.
and yeah, I have a pretty exciting new job aside from music that I'm doing. So I'm actually employed for the Sweden Armed Forces at the
Yeah,
moment.
yeah,
Yeah,
wonderful. Great,
but
great.
now it's all music.
Amazing, great. So, Jesper, your third full-length album, Shadows of the Dying Light, is to be out this Friday. So, would you like to
Yeah.
tell me a bit on the songwriting and production that goes behind this new album?
Wow, that's a big question, and I'm going to try to answer as good as I can. Um, I've been writing this concept of this story for a lot of years,
Mm.
and so on the new record, we're gonna um, show what is it now, chapter 5 and 6 of the story. Um, so there's been a lot of writing uh, behind closed doors, let's say. I've been writing the narrative almost separately, and when it's time to write music, we need to decide which events from the story is going to be transcended into a song, and is there a bigger theme that we can also hide in there that speaks to people that don't necessarily know the concept that we write from.
Mm.
So it took a while, but there's been a lot of narrative writing and a lot of deciding what elements from the story is going to be transported into songs. And it's all about, after that, I guess it's all about catching the same feeling that I felt when I was writing the story. So it's a little bit different from the normal way you approach songwriting, I guess. And it gets harder because if you we had a few songs that was going to be on the album that we decided to cut from the final songs. And if you do that, I have a bigger problem because we killed one part of the story, so we need to transport that into a new song.
Yeah,
So it's been a lot, and it takes time.
yeah.
But I think it's worth it. I think it's something that you need. You need to have as much respect for your art and all at the same time respect for the people listening and liking what we do.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And speaking of the cover artwork of the album, a great work that goes behind this artwork. So, would you like to tell me
Yeah,
the team behind it and the work on this artwork?
yeah. On the artwork, let's go back to the previous record, The Lion's Road. Then we had um, almost like a ghost female figure in the background. Uh, and now the focus has been drawn more towards one of the male characters that's actually trying to save his dying wife in the afterlife. So now it's more about one final element of the story is that he reached a place they call the Bridge of Solitude. So in this artwork, that's he finally, after all those years of traveling, right, finally he's at somewhere closer to her, right? So it's the end station and whatnot before he can be projected down a dimension closer to where she is hidden away. So it's a darker theme. We have those fireflies elements that kind of guides him,
Yeah.
and it's a turquoise black sort of thing with the Bridge of Solitude in the middle.
Mm. Great, amazing, amazing,
Yeah.
amazing. And had the pleasure to listen to the album in its entirety, and I have to say, 12 amazing songs, beautifully written, great
Oh,
visual.
thank you.
And the melody is a melodic metal album, and from the start to the end, that's each and every song is beautifully crafted. And like you
Thank you.
said, like you put up had to choose a lot of things and have to pick some and have to drop some. But
Yeah.
it's a great collection of songs for this album, and it really came out so beautiful. And I really enjoyed each and every song from this album. And I have to say thanks to you guys for putting up an awesome album this year. And
Yeah.
being the creator of music, how do you guys feel about the release of this new album?
Uh, for me, there's different waves of emotions that hits me depending on where I am in the creative process. But now, when everything is done, um, it's somewhat of an empty feeling. You work so hard towards something, and you're trying to um, not get stuck in the idea that we should only release stuff that people liked on the previous record because we want to progress as a band.
Mm.
But there's also this feeling that we don't want to disappoint anyone. The people who liked the last record or even the first record, they liked it for a reason, and we try to stay within the realm of what we set out to do from the beginning. But right now it's a mix between emptiness that I don't like because I'm always chasing the next thing. But there's a big part of what I'm feeling is excitement also for
Mm.
Friday, and a little bit nerve-wracking because we have the release party on Saturday. So the album is out on Friday, and there's a show coming on Saturday. So I mean, the album is out on Friday, and the show is on Saturday. So and I'm really proud of what we did. I don't think that any one of us four could have done anything better at that point, if it makes sense. You
Yeah.
always try to push yourself, and you always um, try to do better in a way. And what is that? It's all subjective to people, but we try to push ourselves. And I think me and Peter pushed ourselves both on the drums and the guitar, and we tried to stay within the formula, but
Mm.
we're not trying to copying what we did on the last record.
Yeah, gotcha, gotcha. Cool, cool, cool. And you also released a month back the video for One Last Cry. And
Yeah,
yeah, would you
yeah,
like to tell me the story between this song and the making of this video?
yeah. That video was made um, from our video guy, Joel Nilsson. He scratched my brain and wanted to know how I saw things when I was writing the narratives. And one thing we decided is that we were done with standing under a spotlight looking cool. We wanted to do something more cinematic, showing more of the places that I've drawn inside my head. Um, so it's a continuation from the video that we did for the single "Ever Dying Light." I mean "Ever Dying Night" on the previous record. And on that album, one of the male characters ending up meeting this flying Sandman character in a temple. So now the band is actually performing inside his domain, and we follow the ghost of his dying wife as she is trying to, as he gets closer to her dimensionally where she is. She's gathering all her strength from where she is she's put somewhere locked away to hide from him, right? So she projects herself out in the open realm as a ghost to try to guide him towards where she is. So that's what we're trying to do. There's a portal coming from the sky, and she reached the second layer, and there's all the zombie-like walking creatures and stuff.
Cool, cool, cool. And any plans to come up with more videos from this album?
Yeah, the follow-up is coming soon. We did the continuation from that video, and we shot that simultaneously as this one.
Yeah.
But that one has a lot more cinematic elements and more stories. Sandman is involved, and a lot more other characters. So that's almost 80% done, I think. I think it's going to be released maybe at the end of November, I think, for the song Wanderer, by the way. So it's the single that we shot and those tracks are actually connected. So there's going to be a huge video coming for that song.
Amazing, amazing. Looking forward to that, Jesper. And like you stated earlier, coming Saturday, you have the release day party. So, are you guys planning to play the entire album as a set, or what's the plan for the release party?
We are playing 8 tracks from the new album. So we have one, two, three, 4, 6, 7, and 9.
Right.
And then we need to play a lot of the older songs that people want to hear. So we're gonna try to focus on the new album, but we have to play some songs that really transcends live. So it's a mix of both, I guess.
Sounds great. Sounds good. And are there some big festivals or touring plans happening for the end of the year or early next year?
The only one I can speak of, or let's put it this way, the only one I'm allowed to speak of is the Malmo Melodic show that's next summer,
Yeah.
together with Tukero and a lot of older bands. So we're going to do that, and then we have 4 or 5 festivals planned for next year, but I can't say anything yet.
That's- And did you guys do some cool merchandise for the fans?
Yeah, we have a lot of stuff coming. We had on the Throne of Gold album, we had the black gold merch, and now with the Shadows of Dying Light, we have this turquoise uh,
Yeah,
white stuff to match with the theme of the album, and then we have some jewelry and some stuff coming.
great, great, great.
But there's a lot of stuff being released on Friday, since the new album it comes in 4 shapes. So it's the normal jewel case version, and then there's this extended digi file with the map and all sort of stuff, and then there's turquoise black see-through vinyl, and then there's a black vinyl. So there's a lot of stuff that's going to be available on Friday.
Great, 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 man. And great. And speaking of the band, the history goes way back to 2020, and now in 2025, you have 3 full-length albums. So, how do you guys feel about the road that you have traveled so far?
Um, to be honest, I'm proud of what we have done. I had something set in my mind when we started, and I guess I don't. I'm not only the one who comes up with ideas. I follow through and I finish them. So s- since we're a new band still, we've been flying a lot under the radar the last couple of years. And I think releasing in this day and age 3 full-length albums within the course of 4 years, and what is it now, 7 or 8 videos, pretty good.
Great, great.
I'm proud, but there's always room. I want to do more, so
Yeah,
that's more. It's there's more coming.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Great, 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 great. And would you like to share some of the highlights in the last few years?
Uh, I think if you start from the beginning, we this was actually, if you go back to the beginning of the band, I met Stefan and Daniel when I was 13 years old. So there's been a gap of 28, 29 years where we didn't even know what we were doing, what the other ones were doing in their lives. So getting them together and finally getting the album done that we were trying to do in the end of the 1990s, and we never did. Feels good. I think one important step on our trajectory, if you will, was when a British journalist he gave the guys over at Frontiers the first record and told them to get in touch with us before anyone else signed us. That made us the deal with Frontiers made us gave us a bigger platform, let's say. Uh, but you can look at it either as unfortunate or fortunately. But I think we were not. Frontier Records was not the best label for us. They cater to more AOR
Yeah.
bands, and they have, I guess, in my opinion, we had a good time with them, but I think they have too many bands. It's hard to get the focus that you think that you deserve. And the circle is kind of closed for us now since we're back with the same guys who distributed Throne of Gold owns a label called Black Lodge. So we're back with the same people that we started with, which is good. Now I think we're gonna elevate our career a little bit more. I've seen changes in the reach that we've been having the last couple of months. Different countries that we haven't really catered to before are listening to us. So I think, but one of the biggest moments for us that kind of defined what we became as a band was when I met Jacob Hansen, the guy who was mixing and mastering the album. He's been mixing and mastered one of my favorite bands, so it made it made life easier working with a pro like him, let's say.
Beautiful.
As long as we deliver triple A recorded stuff, we can trust him with the creation of this magic sound that he's doing.
Wonderful, wonderful. And speaking on the future, are you guys planning to take the band around the globe?
Hopefully, we settled on a deal for Japan a few weeks back. I think that's a country that I think has a lot of potential, and some European countries, Germany, Croatia, and a lot of. Hopefully, we have to see because we need to. We have everything in place within the band now. The only thing that we're missing is do we need to do more shows? We've been so focused on writing and recording, and since we do everything in my studio here. Oh, there's my drums back there. We need to just I guess give this album a little bit more breathing room and focus on getting more shows and be out there to play with people because we need more ears to listen to what we do, I think.
And great, great, great. And just for finally, any message that you have for the fans around the world?
Um, I think we took what you loved, all the fans that are listening to us, and it has been so creative in setting messages, what they think and what they wish for, and how they saw things and whatever. I think that they're going to be pleased. I don't think that we haven't went overboard, but I think we took it to a bigger place. I think it sounds a bit bigger. I think the same melodies and stuff are there, but hopefully. They will check out the album. And in this day and age, please don't just stream it. Support your bands that you love and buy the albums or buy a T-shirt or whatever, so we can keep going.
Absolutely, absolutely. And Jesper, I want to thank you so much for giving me today this opportunity to have you on the show, and a real pleasure to meet you. And thanks so much for Shadows of the Dying Light. Like I said earlier, fantastic album which is to be out this Friday. And thanks for all the awesomeness that you guys been giving for the last 4 years, which is
Thank you. It's
absolutely.
really humbling to hear. It's a little bit overwhelming, to be honest. I think most people that they have done what we've done to the course of only 3-4 years. They're in their 20s, right?
Yeah.
And we're almost getting close to 50, all of us. So it's it's kind of good being the underdog. We kind of like being the underdog, but we at least we do what we think the fans want to hear. So it's all good. And I'm really thankful that you like it. It means a lot. I mean, it keeps you going, and I know we've been already writing for the next one, for the next album, but I'm really happy that you liked it.
Thanks to you guys, and I wish you all the best. And really hoping someday we can meet on the roads.
Yeah, where you locate? Where are you located?
I'm in India.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
I think India would be a good place for this kind of music, right?
absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah. And
So
I love your food.
thank you. Thank you. Probably you should come here someday, Jesper.
Yeah. That's one of my if you look at it this way, if you have almost like a bucket list of things you want to do, right? And one of my dreams since I was a little kid was going to India and going to Africa and Japan. So we'll see.
Dreams comes true. I wish you all the best, Jesper. And thanks again, and you have a great evening and take care of yourself.
Yeah, you too. And thanks for having me.
My pleasure, Jesper.
Take
Take
care.
care. Bye-bye.
Bye bye.